Hello, class. Rob McComas here. First and foremost, I hope that you have had a blessed day, blessed evening. I want to take a moment about how entrepreneurship and talk about how entrepreneurship fosters a free, biblically based Christian worldview in society. Um, Historically, I will start with John D. Rockefeller. As we've studied in class, we learned that he was not only business savvy, but he was a very generous and giving man. And according to philanthropyroundtable.org, and I quote, um, he was equally distinguished as a philanthropist, a natural businessman with a strong moral sense and intense religious convictions. He dedicated unprecedented resources to charity. Within his lifetime, Rockefeller helped launch the field of biomedical research, funding scientific investigations that resulted in vaccines for many things like meningitis and yellow fever. He revolutionized medical training in the United States and built China's first proper medical school. He championed the cause of public sanitation. He created schools of public health at Johns Hopkins and Harvard. He helped lead major international public health efforts against hookworm and malaria. And he vigorously promoted the cause of education nationwide without distinction of sex, race, or creed. And he created the University of Chicago virtually from scratch and within a decade turned it into one of the world's leading universities, unquote. Now, when we look at that, we can see basically Rockefeller followed the golden rule to the T. I mean, he gave generously without expecting anything in return. And if that's not loving thy neighbor, I don't know what else could follow that. And Rockefeller did it on a grand scale. There's no question. I remember George Bush once said that America doesn't need more government. America needs more neighbors loving their neighbor. And certainly Rockefeller did, like I said, he did that on a grand scale. I would also like to talk about a company that I have personal dealings with that helps a lot of people in time of crisis, and that's Carnival Cruise Line. Whenever a hurricane hits in the Caribbean, they are one of the first to donate large amounts of money. And I don't have sources on this. I just know because I have dealings with them. They donate a lot of money down there when hurricanes hit in the Caribbean to these small islands that's been devastated. And they expect nothing in return. Maybe some good publicity. It is a business, but that's also a business, loving thy neighbor, because they do visit those islands and they do use their resources, and in return they help them out whenever devastation strikes. And yes, business people being wealthy, they do expect to turn a profit. And there's nothing wrong with that. The Lord wants his people to be prosperous. And we can see how good people, good Christian people, and good companies with strong ethical backgrounds can certainly do that and love thy neighbor and help out people in time of need. And that's certainly looking at entrepreneurship through a Christian worldview. And that's my focus here on that. And I thank you for your time, and I thank you for watching.